Hey everybody, today I'm doing a review of the premium color edition of S.H.Figuarts Trunks. So this is a later release or almost a re-release. There was an original version released a couple years ago. The production quantity wasn't high enough to meet the demand, so the price of the figure skyrocketed right after the release. So Bandai re-released this figure in a premium color edition. Unlike some of the newer Figuarts, this one comes with tons of accessories. You'll get a total of 10 hands, 2 different hairstyles, and total of 5 faces. And part of the reason is that this figure covers both the normal and Super Saiyan version. This is before Bandai got smart and wanted to sell you 2 different figures. Let's take a look at the accessories. Super Saiyan head with a serious face, nicely painted in semi-glossy yellow for the hair. Some darker post shading here, and again the parting lines here are quite visible. You get an angry face with open mouth. This one is really angry where he's biting his teeth. Angry teeth biting face for the regular Trunks. His signature sword, which the paint has better shine. The sheath has decent paint job and a soft strap. You also get a shorter sword for going into the sheath. You get hands for holding the sword, fingers pointing straight out, like a 3-fingered claw hands, open palm hands. Here you see the highlights of the hair in lighter color. There are parting lines from the mold on either side, and here you have a seam. Basically you have to remove part of the hair for changing out the face. Decent articulation going up and down. Left and right are limited by the color. Let me remove the strap here. Okay, the sheath broke off. I'll go over that after this section. So the torso has a movable joint. Alright, I don't see any point here. Why would you have a big ugly gap to have a torso joint, yet it barely moves? It's disappointing that something as simple as this, the solid black finish doesn't match. The upper torso looks about right, but the lower half is quite shiny. Let's go over the jacket. First of all, the logo looks nice, but a bit shiny, almost looks like a sticker. The sleeves look nice. As you can tell, there are some nice shading here, but it does seem a bit too shiny. The elbow, however, just shiny plastic here, and they are quite large. So with the double joint, you get almost 180. And of course no problems at the shoulder. Now the jackets here are somewhat opposite. The surface finish is great, sort of a matte finish. But unlike the sleeves, no airbrush work here. The waist has a decent movement, but for rotation only. The silver on the buckle isn't too shiny, but do have nice detail on the rest of the belt. Double joints at the thigh. The range is okay, at the same time, the gap isn't very large either. Highlights and shadings on the pants. Great articulation in the knees, but the view from the back isn't really all that great. It's not too often you have a pose that requires a complete bend, so I'll rather sacrifice some articulations and have a better appearance at the back. Just a note here that the joints aren't painted, so I would prefer a darker color because the joints are recessed in. The boots are shiny with some nice shading here and with some dark washes. No rotations at the boots. The ankle has decent articulation up and down, but side to side, they can roll outward more than inward. Not a lot of articulations at the toe, but it's a nice touch, since many Figuarts don't include this feature. So the sheath has this peg that you can plug into the back. Anyway, I was trying to remove the sheath for reviewing, and the sheath broke. Yeah, the peg wasn't designed for coming back out, so be careful. The paint job is great on the sheath, especially the silver, but doesn't seem too durable. You have the strap, more of a decoration, but I feel just a tad too short. Managed to glue the sheath back on. Okay, so I'm going to show you some action poses here. So the poses will be limited. To get more dynamic poses, a stand will be required. I think they are called Tamash Stage Act. I like this. To hold a sword, you just pry the fingers open and slide the hilt in. Quickly showing you changing out the face. The peg is really small, so be careful when you snap the head back in. The newer Figuarts tend to have bigger size pegs. Tiny pegs for the hands. Overall, the figure is pretty decent. I went over all the details of what I found, so I'll leave the decisions up to you. Alright, thanks for watching, and see ya.